Anya, with fingers nimble as the wind through willow branches, traced patterns of starlight onto the fabric of a new dream catcher. Her grandmother, perched beside her, chuckled. "Another beautiful one, Anya. You weave with the grace of the river." But Anya's heart wasn't in her craft this night. A restless whisper had drawn her to the edge of the ancient willow wood, where whispers, both earthy and ethereal, clung to the air. An unsettling warmth tugged at her as she stepped beyond the tree line. It grew stronger the deeper she went, guiding her until, beneath a canopy of gnarled roots, she found it. An obsidian heart, pulsating with a dark, molten light, sat nestled in the earth, like a forgotten sun. "Greetings, weaver of illusions," a voice as dark as the heart resonated. A man, tall and stern, with eyes like storm clouds, stood beside it. His gaze was piercing, yet held a warmth beneath it. "Who are you?" Anya asked, her voice tight with unease. He tilted his head, a faint smirk gracing his lips. "I am Kaelan, protector of the Shadowlands, and you are now its visitor. Welcome." Kaelan regarded Anya with wary eyes, his fingers tracing the smooth obsidian surface. The heart pulsed, mirroring his touch, and a deep tremor ran through Anya. The magic it emanated resonated with a power that was both alluring and unsettling. "You are a weaver of dreams," he mused, eyes locking with Anya's. "But the world needs more than illusions, weaver." He reached towards her, his hand hesitantly hovering. "Touch it with me." His touch was strong and sure, his energy a stark contrast to her own ethereal one. Yet there was a familiarity, a magnetic pull, that made Anya's heart flutter. She laid her hand beside his, on the heart, its warmth engulfing them both. A burst of light erupted, surrounding them in a cocoon of shimmering darkness, and when it subsided, Anya felt a change. It was a ripple through her, a sudden awareness of her power, and an echo of Kaelan's strength. "We share the heart's essence, Anya," he breathed, a flicker of wonder in his gaze. "We are its protectors now." Anya studied ancient tapestries woven into the Shadowlands walls, tales of the lost kings whispered in shimmering threads of starlight. Kaelan, with a frown that hinted at pain, explained, "This heart was once the very pulse of the Shadowlands. It held the lifeblood of our kings." His voice faltered, a whisper of grief clinging to his words. He turned to her, his eyes clouded. "An ancient prophecy says the obsidian heart will be awakened, but only a weaver of dreams and a warrior of shadow can bridge the divide between realms." He paused. "And this will mean war." He laid his hand on her shoulder, his gaze intense. "It seems, Anya, we are bound together in this fight." Anya shuddered. The echoes of the ancient prophecies had awakened something deep within her, a foreboding that mirrored the pain etched on Kaelan's face. They were linked, and they would have to face a darkness that could consume them both. Guided by the wisdom of the ancient spirits dwelling within the willow wood, Anya embarked on a journey of mastering her weaving skills. The air thrummed with the whispers of the forest, the trees themselves bending to her will as she learned to weave illusions of shifting foliage, ethereal lights, and intricate patterns. But the spirits also unveiled a deeper truth. The obsidian heart was a conduit, a link to an energy far greater, one that could shatter the balance between reality and shadow. It demanded not only weaving skills, but a heart as steady as the North Star. "Your illusions are powerful, weaver," said one, a silver birch with branches woven into intricate designs. "But control them, guide them. Only then can they stand against the encroaching darkness." The air thrummed with energy as she wove intricate patterns, summoning echoes of starlight and forest whispers. It was a daunting power, but within her, a fierce determination blossomed, fueled by a love for the Willowwood and the hope for a brighter future. A dark, brooding tension filled the Shadowlands. Kaelan was haunted by a past he tried to bury, a broken oath that echoed in his every shadow. He sat beside the obsidian heart, its warmth radiating through him, but not providing solace. Anya entered, her eyes reflecting the soft glow of the starlight. "What is wrong?" she asked, concern etching lines onto her youthful face. "A promise broken," Kaelan murmured, his voice a low growl. "The one who broke it swore revenge upon the Shadowlands. It will consume everything, even the obsidian heart." He slammed his fist onto the cold stone. "I have been its protector, its guardian, but I was too late." His eyes, clouded with pain and self-loathing, fixed on her. "He seeks power, but the obsidian heart won't be his." Anya took his hand, her touch a silent promise of support. She sensed the weight of his past, the burden he carried, and felt the sting of a power he didn't wield, but was a part of. "We will fight together, Kaelan." An echoing crackle shattered the stillness of the night, splitting the Shadowlands sky with a streak of crimson light. The veil between worlds was thinning. The forces of darkness, led by Kaelan's enemy, were pushing their way through. Kaelan roared, drawing his blade. To battle! His dark energy blazed as he fought beside Anya, who used her newfound weaving skills to create illusions of blinding light, thick walls of twisting branches, and misleading paths. She fought to hold the darkness at bay, her strength fueled by fear and by a growing love for the man beside her. "Be wary, Weaver," Kaelan roared over the din. "His power is tied to the heart. You must protect it at all costs." Together, they carved a path through the crimson onslaught. Each victory tasted bittersweet, shadowed by the encroaching darkness, and the fate of the obsidian heart hanging in the balance. The war raged on, a chaotic storm of shadows and light. Kaelan fought with relentless fury, his strength a beacon in the encroaching darkness, but Anya knew their time was running short. "We must use the heart's energy, Kaelan," she urged, weaving illusions of starlight and weaving them into the fabric of her will. Not as a weapon, but as a bridge. She closed her eyes, focusing on the heart's warmth, its pulsing rhythm, weaving its energy into a shield. As the heart's power coursed through her veins, Anya began to understand its true essence. Not a weapon, but a vessel, a bridge between realms. It needed a balance, a touch of light to temper the darkness. "The whispers guide us," Anya whispered. "The heart's true power lies in harmony, not just power." Hope sparked in Kaelan's eyes. "What will you do?" he asked, the question carrying both curiosity and anxiety. Anya met his gaze with unwavering determination, a spark of brilliance lighting up her face. "I will weave a path back to the Willowwood, Kaelan. The light will guide us as it always does." The crimson storm engulfed them. The veil had torn, revealing a terrifying army of shadowed creatures driven by Kaelan's nemesis, a figure radiating malice and power. "It is too late, Kaelan." His nemesis, a being consumed by rage and shadowed by a bitter past, thundered, "The obsidian heart is mine. This world will be consumed by darkness." Kaelan fought with relentless fury, each blow charged with grief and desperation. But it was a fight against an impossible tide. Anya felt her power surging within, a terrifying storm of chaotic magic. The heart was furious, responding to the looming darkness with a fierce desire to protect the light. Kaelan roared. Anya, do what you must, even if it costs you everything. With a scream, Anya unleashed the heart's fury. She wove its chaotic energy, her own light-weaving magic becoming a conduit. She built a wall of starlight and shadows, a vibrant, pulsating shield that repelled the darkness and tore the heart of Kaelan's nemesis away, vanishing his army in a cascade of fragmented light and shadow. As the battlefield settled, the whispers of the ancient spirits echoed through Anya. She felt their gratitude, their warmth filling her with a peaceful contentment. Her magic pulsed, no longer a raging storm, but a steady stream of light and shadow, now unified and balanced. Anya turned towards Kaelan, exhaustion etched onto his face, yet relief shimmering in his eyes. He knelt beside her, taking her hand. You were incredible, Anya. He couldn't look at her, the shadow of his guilt and loss swirling within. She caressed his cheek, tracing a path with her fingertips. It is your heart that guides me, Kaelan. Their gazes met. Anya saw a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos in his eyes, an echo of a shared loss, of a mutual fight, and perhaps the beginnings of something more. It was as if their bond had been woven, not just from their individual powers, but from their shared sacrifice and a love that had bloomed in the heart of chaos. The world trembled as the obsidian heart calmed, its pulse now soft and steady. The Shadowlands had been saved, but not without sacrifice. Anya had woven the obsidian heart's energy back to its core, bringing peace to the Shadowlands and to her heart. With Kaelan at her side, they walked towards the Willowwood. Anya had finally discovered a truth deeper than any ancient prophecy. It wasn't the power that truly protected. It was the strength of connection, the echo of two hearts beating as one. You will stay, Anya? Kaelan's question hung in the air, laced with both longing and fear. Anya smiled, her eyes bright with the starlight she'd embraced. The Willowwood is a part of me, but the Shadowlands is where I found my strength. And you, Kaelan? This place is no longer just about illusions. It's about promises and hope. And the heart. She placed her hand on his, the warmth of the obsidian heart still lingering. We are not just the protectors of realms, but the guardians of love itself. This is a promise I will keep. With the obsidian heart pulsating softly between them, a new chapter of their shared story unfolded, where their bond, woven of shadow and light, was as strong and resilient as the ancient forest itself.